What's up, everybody? It's your boy Drizzy Puffs here, and I'm going to be talking about some of the things that I feel like needs to be addressed or at least thought out a little bit better on Rainbow Six Siege, on the newest update on 4.2, and what I think that they can do to improve it maybe for the better. Now, this is just an open discussion. If you guys feel like that I'm just, crossing the line in some places, please let me know. Add it in the comments below. I would like to hear everybody's thoughts and opinions. If you guys agree with me or disagree with me, it doesn't really matter. I want to hear it. I've already mentioned some of these issues on my 4.2 update video, but the video is way too long and it has a lot of information that it probably got drowned out or skipped or missed in some way. So I just want to point out all the things I just don't like about the newest update in this one video right here. For this part, it's going to be a twofer. It's going to be talking about Twitch and Valkyrie. So here's a video of me playing on my own, but it's pretty much an example of if you are really knowledgeable of where you're at and the map itself, then you can pretty much take out at least 2 to 3 cameras before the game even starts. And even still, like when you start the match, you're not in preparation mode, then you can pretty much just go back on your drone and start destroying every single camera that you can see. So this pretty much goes to what I was trying to talk about with Valkyrie in my previous video, is that I think her nerf is unnecessary and it needs to be rethought. So pretty much when you start the game, you can instantly assume that if somebody is going to be Twitch, then 2 or 3 of your cameras are going to be taken out, and it's going to be useless. And I just feel like that since your default cameras are pretty much useless anyways. I mean, if you play at least 20 or 30 hours of Rainbow Six Siege, you pretty much know where all the cameras are. If not, then you can play in window mode and look through a guide and know where all the cameras are. And people are pretty much going to take out the cameras regardless, even with or without Twitch. Everybody knows where the cameras are and can take them out. Thatcher can throw a stupid grenade and accidentally take out a camera. So I just feel like that you guys and when I say you guys, I'm talking about the developers. Hopefully they listen. But the developers pretty much have cut out the Achilles tendon for the defensive team. Maybe not to that extreme example, but it's just you pretty much just handicapped the defensive team because we all know that information is key in this game. I mean, having an extra drone for the attacking team is already extremely useful for the attacking team to use. Not everybody does use it because, sometimes being aggressive and going straight head on and attacking the enemy can be helpful. But honestly, being able to peek around the corner safely without poking your head at all, knowing where the enemy is before they know where you are, is extremely useful. And the fact that pretty much, like I said, the default cameras can be considered destroyed anyways, regardless, because we all know where they are. And not only that, Twitch can take out the cameras ahead of time without anybody being able to use it. So knowing where the enemies are and pinpointing it out is just it's unfortunate. And the fact that you guys got rid of, and I say again, like, you guys is the developers. I'm saying the developers when I say you guys, but the developers, you pretty much just screwed over the defensive team when you took out one of Valkyrie's cameras. And I think that you guys just need to bring back the frickin' extra camera, okay? Again, like I said, the cameras are pretty much already useless because everybody knows where they are. And Twitch can take out not most of them, but at least 30% of them. Now, I want to talk about Pulse. Now, honestly, everybody hated Pulse for a while because he was super powerful. The reason why he was super powerful is because his heartbeat sensor had a pretty darn good range, and since they updated him a couple of times visually, it also made him a little bit extra powerful. So they nerfed him by giving him from 15 meters of his like heartbeat sensor range to 10 meters. Now, honestly, I kind of was iffy about that, because like that almost makes it pointless for him to use his heartbeat sensor. Almost pointless. It just doesn't feel as helpful to use his heartbeat sensor, because that range is just so gosh darn short. But it's whatever. What really irked me is when they nerfed the crap out of his shotgun. Now, his shotgun was basically a friggin' sniper. We all agree with that. It was a needed change for his shotgun, but I just feel like that since he pretty much got hit on almost all sides when it comes to nerfing him, it made him very underwhelming, almost useless. I mean, I consider him an extremely low tier class now because of all those nerfs. I mean, his heartbeat sensor is almost useless, and his shotgun is pretty darn crap at this moment. So the only thing that I feel like that is his most powerful weapon is not his ump, because I hate the ump. Nobody likes the ump. But his pistols. His pistols are probably the best thing that he has going for him right now, and that's just unfortunate because of the fact that his shotgun got nerfed and his ump isn't as useful as any other gun. Like you can even listen to Matimio. Matimio even says, "I hate the ump with a passion." I do as well. So honestly, I think his shotgun was a needed nerf. Keep that for now. We'll see what happens, but as of right now, I just think that Pulse needs something else going for him, because you can say that his heartbeat sensor is useful when you are playing extremely defensive, but when you try to be offensive, I mean, he doesn't feel that like he basically is a recruit. You know what I mean? Like when you want to be offensive with Pulse, because having his heartbeat sensor out kind of puts him in a vulnerable position, because that extra 1.5 seconds that you need to shoot somebody is a really large gap from life and death, and you have to, it takes time to put away that stupid heartbeat sensor. So I don't know, like maybe make his deployment a lot faster, or increase his heartbeat sensor range to at least maybe 12 meters or 13. Now like I said, what do you guys think about Pulse? Because like I said, this is an open discussion. I feel like Pulse is borderlining controversy, like in a way, not literally, but in a way, he's a wall hacker basically, and he was on God tier mode when he didn't have his nerfs. Now that he's got his nerfs, he's a friggin' peasant, and I just feel like he's very underwhelming. So I think that increasing, it's either have him give him a good weapon range, a good range of weapons, or give him a good or like a pretty decent special ability is what I'm trying to say. And his special ability feels underwhelming. His weapon loadouts feel underwhelming. Like I said, the only thing that I like using on him is his pistols. And I can't aim with the pistol, but I think it's more powerful than the stupid ump. I don't know, guys. Just let me know what you guys think and put it in the comments, please. Another thing is that they seriously need to work on the netcode. Everybody knows that the netcode is absolutely terrible. The hit registration is absolutely terrible. There are moments where I'm literally just like getting shot when I moved away from that spot, and then they just shoot my ghost and I die. It's really annoying. We all know what we're talking about, and they have not addressed it for the longest time. They said that they are going to fix it, but they just haven't. It doesn't seem like that they're making any friggin' steps towards that change. There should also be a report button for just really poopy people. I don't know. Like I said, I've said this in my last video of Rainbow Six Siege, is that team killing has been a little bit more abundant because the punishment isn't really that severe enough for them to deter from team killing, because I've got purposely killed plenty of times before. Recently, however, I haven't gotten killed. I don't know what I did differently, but like it sometimes you just play with some cancerous people and it gets pretty annoying. I can handle people who poop talk, but I just can't stand it when people are just poor teammates, just purposely poor teammates, spamming the mic, and you can't really do a whole lot about it because people don't really participate in kicking. And I guess that's something that isn't necessarily a developer problem, but I don't know. I just feel like that there isn't really a severe enough punishment for team killing, at least. Also, I think that Fuse's LMG is a little bit too powerful. Even though I love the thing to bits, before the update, I was using it just fine. It just sucks to use it with an ACOG. If you're using his LMG with an ACOG, you're an idiot. But if you use it with a red dot sight or even iron sighting it, it was just fine. You just go into a room and spray and pray. But right now, it handles like a freaking rifle. It has the accuracy of a freaking rifle, and it has the recoil of a freaking SMG. It's just like a good SMG. I guess I would say it feels like it has no recoil whatsoever compared to all the other guns that I've used. And so I just think his LMG is just a little bit too powerful. I do like the idea of what you guys are going for, but I just felt like that his LMG buff was kind of out of nowhere, to be honest. All right, now let's talk about Glaz. Everybody already knows that Glaz he needs a buff. Now, what kind of buff does he need? Now, this is the part where I'm kind of I'm not really an expert on Glaz because I do all right with Glaz. It's just that certain maps makes him feel a little useless. Like, for example, in Yacht. Most places in Yacht, Glaz is completely useless. And depending on where your objective is, even if it's hostage, if it's bomb site, if it's secure the objective, depending on where the objective is, Glaz is also useless as well. Like in Border, certain parts in Border, he is useless. In certain parts in Bank, he is useless. And there's also other places like, I guess Cafe Dostoevsky is, it depends on where it's at. He feels a little underwhelming. The only maps that I feel like that Glaz truly excels at is Plain, Canal, House. House is always going to be objectively the best map, so it's kind of hard to it's kind of hard to say that map or that house isn't good for anybody. It's good for everybody almost. Favela is actually pretty decent for Glaz. Not necessarily needed, but he feels he feels a lot more useful than he does anywhere else. And yeah, I guess that's about it. I mean, pretty much not most of it, but some of the maps just depending on where it's the objectives are, Glaz just feels useless. So I'm not so sure what he needs in terms of buffing, but he does need something to kind of give him a little bit of an edge because like he's a sniper. He has a powerful sniper indeed, but what's stopping anybody else putting an ACOG on and being a sniper themselves? Because as far as I can tell, Blackbeard can basically be a sniper with his rifle as well as Twitch, especially Twitch right now. Twitch has a pretty beast of a rifle, and she can do some pretty nasty headshots if you are good at aiming. But like I said, an ACOG on almost any weapon can be considered a sniper class in this game. I mean, like, Glaz is an excellent operative, don't get me wrong, and you can switch off his sight and go, close range, but he's obviously intended to be more of a sniper, long range, than he is to be a short range class. So Already, like, I just feel like that he's just useless. If you're gonna be short range with Glaz, you might as well just pick a different class that has a shotgun then, or an SMG. You might as well just be a recruit, because I don't know, it just doesn't feel that useful. Maybe give him infrared. I don't know, guys. Like, add what you guys think needs to be done with Glaz. Because, you know, he's kind of at a point where he just feels as underwhelming as Pulse. And it just depends on... Like, you can play Canal just fine, but if the stupid, you know, objective is in the basement, then yes, he's pretty useless. You know, if you're playing freaking Cafe Dostoevsky, if it's in the train room... It can be pretty useless. Like, Glaz is pretty useless. He only has like 2 or 3 windows that he can peer through, but anybody can do that. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much it that I wanted to talk about. I don't really know what else I really want to talk about after this video. I tried to make it short, whatever. I ended up talking a long time, but again, guys, let me know what you guys think. If you guys think that this game, like what I've said, needs to be considered. Or if you want to say that I'm completely stupid, tell me why. Tell me why I'm stupid, and we can have a nice discussion on the comment section. I'm not big enough for me to get overwhelmed with comments, so by all means, go ahead and add your thoughts in the comments. But I'll see you guys later. Go ahead, hit that like button. If you guys did enjoy this video, go ahead and subscribe. It doesn't really matter, but... you know, there's going to be some things I'm going to put on this channel that's going to be a little interesting. Right now, I'm having a little bit of money issue. And if you guys want to help out with my money issues, you can go ahead and donate. The donate button's on my main page. If you click on my sweet icon below the title of the video, then you can go ahead and donate. But yeah, that's pretty much it. See you guys.